Hey everyone. Yeah, we'll talk about this later. But for now, I wanted to do one more 2020 recap video. Since I've been kind of stuck not being able to ride the last few weeks, and well, this plays its part. Been thinking a lot about the trails that were my favorite that I rode this past year in 2020. So I put together a top 5 trails from 2020. So we're going to check those out right now. Alright, here are my top 5 trails I rode in 2020. Number 5, Jedi Knight, Brandywine Creek State Park. I have to admit that I felt very much like a Jedi Padawan trying to hit up this trail. We went in blinds. Even before we got to the trail, it was hot, humid, sweltering out, dying of exhaustion before I even got very far. We finally found the trail, went in blind, and tell you that one first jump, and again, I'm only maybe 5-6 months into my whole mountain biking experience at this point. So Jedi Knight for me was quite the trail, especially at that time in my mountain biking journey. But what a blast hitting all those jumps. Terrifying at first, but going back and then sessioning them a bit, feeling more comfortable. Top 5, that was number 5. Really good trail in Brandywine Creek State Park.
Oh, yeah. Woo!
Number 4, Bob's Option and Jim Thorpe. Now, this is a black diamond trail way beyond my pay grade. The camera just does it no justice for just how steep it is. I probably rode maybe, I don't know, 65% of the trail, and then walked or slid down the rest. See, as some of you may have seen before from previous videos, it just started thunderstorms, lightning, pouring rain, just starting. The entire trail was an absolute river. Riding was treacherous, but at the same time wonderfully and joyfully fun. It was a blast. It's so much fun going down that. It was just, there's just nothing else like riding in the rain. If you've not had the chance to ride it in the rain, it is just so much fun. Probably not the best for the trails, but just so much fun.
This is crazy.
Number 3, Waterfall Loop in Moosic Mountain. This trail starts off in the rocks. This trail ends in the rocks. And in the middle of the trail, there's rocks. And there's rocks. And, well, there's more rocks. You get the picture. This trail is really hard to get going. But once you get going, once you get into the rhythm, once you start pushing and pedaling forward and learning to trust in your suspension. And for us hardtail guys, that's not a lot of suspension going on. But once you just go, get used to it, man, it is so much fun. And of course, I hit it at peak autumn season. The colors are just beautiful. The rocks, the reds, the yellows it was gorgeous. So Waterfall Loop, Moosic Mountain, definitely a top 5. This comes in at top number 3. Simply beautiful trail. Number 2, my second favorite trail of 2020 has to be Broken Arrow in Trexler Nature Preserve. I was able to ride Broken Arrow twice this past year, and technically it's listed on on Trail Forks as a black diamond, but it's a very soft black diamond. It's like a lowercase black diamond. It's a black diamond enough that my wife was comfortable riding down it, and to this day it remains her favorite trail this entire past year. What a fun trail. Just the downhill is just so much fun. Just enough exposure to make you feel a little nervous, just enough speed to get a little air. Just a great trail all around. It's a lot of fun. Now, the Return of Brian's, which is a newer trail at Trexler, is a lot of fun too. It's very different. I just like that Broken Arrow has much more of an organic feel, not quite as manufactured as Return of Brian's. Return of Brian's is very different. It's very much a jump trail. But Broken Arrow remains my favorite at Trexler.
A little more speed than last time, I think.
Alright, I thought I'd throw in an honorable mention here. The honorable mention goes to Whitley Farms at White Clay Creek Middle Run in Delaware. Was able to ride this trail twice as well. It's a first time with my son, second time was on a date with my wife, and what a fun little trail. It's beautiful. It goes out in the fields, by the farm. You see the beautiful, cool historic farm, and then there's this one spot that's downhill, right when it starts turning right and running parallel with, I believe it's called Pleasant Hill Road. Just that section alone is just so much fun. Going downhill, hitting that, going downhill, then turning, and then seeing the road. It's a lot of fun. And to be able to do it with my wife, it's always fun being on a ride on the trails with my wife. All right, number 1, my top trail of 2020. Any guesses? Northwoods Trail, Lackawanna State Park. I loved this trail. Hands down my favorite trail. Just no doubt, it's the colors, the autumn colors, the beauty. It was just a beautiful trail. It had a little bit of everything. A creek to ride along, some good root gardens, even some nice rocky spots, some really fun, fast downhill sections, some challenging tech, a good bit of challenging up. Just all around, like it's like if there was a, I don't have enough experience to talk about a perfect trail, but if I can take of all the trails that I've ridden this past year, that would be the best trail, the most perfect trail that I've ridden in all of 2020, and I really hope I get to ride it again this year. Just a all around great trail.
Man, it's so pretty out here. Oh, the exposure. Not much. A little. What a great trail. Oh, didn't have a ton of speed, but I did it. Oh, this is great. Oh, it's sharp. Oh. Oh, what a great trail, though.
Well, those were the top 5 trails of 2020. Hopefully I'll get a chance to ride them again. I'm really looking forward to maybe discovering a new top 5 for 2021. If you have any trail suggestions in the Northeast Pennsylvania area that I should look into and hit up, throw them in the comments, because I want to discover, part of the fun of mountain biking is discovering new trails. So really looking forward to that. But quick update, back to the why is this out? Well, the good news, I got the hitch on. The bad news, my tire is seized right here. So I cannot get the tire sealant sealed up in the valve. I cannot get it. It's not the valve core, it's actually the valve. So I'm going to have to pop the wheel off, remove the valve, and do that. And I'm just not looking forward to the tires inside because it's going to be so cold. It's been so cold out that there's no way I was going to get a cold tire off. So hopefully warming up the tire a bit will allow me to get the rubber to be a little more malleable to pull it off. So hopefully in the next day or two I'll be able to get that taken care of and be able to get back on the trail. So the hitch is on though, the tire needs to get fixed, and then hopefully I should be back on the trails riding because I'm itching to get back at it. All right, thanks for watching. Let me know in the comments, what were your top trails of 2020? And until then, I'll catch you all later. See ya.